The reason Republicans are so dead set against ending the filibuster, and the reason why these 50 Democrats had better wake up, is because of what I said earlier with the Ari Berman tweet. Republicans are changing the laws, where in Tennessee, they hold 7 of the 9 congressional districts. They are trying to break Nashville up into multiple parts so they can control 8 out of the 9. They have done this in Wisconsin, Georgia, Texas, Florida. We could go on and on and on. So what they are doing by controlling the state legislatures, they are going to use that power to ensure that if you're in a state, if 55 to 58, and sometimes if 60% of the people in that state vote a Democrat, they will always remain in control.
Yeah, absolutely, Roland. This is a very important show, and just appreciate you educating our community. You know, I would just say that was a pretty strong speech by President Biden. You know, each week I've been calling on this type of a speech. I've been saying the Democrats need to be stronger. And I've also said many times that it was not just Manchin and Sinema. There was other Democrats. And now that's coming to the forefront, and everybody's cards have been put on the table, and I'm appreciative of that. Look, Roland, as you've outlined so well, this is a crucial scenario for our people. If this does not happen, the Republicans, who we know are against Black people, they're against truth, they're against justice, they're against equity, they will submit themselves as the ruling party for generations to come. They will get a majority in the House, and it will be almost impossible for it to be broken based upon how they gerrymandered everything. Every possible tool that the president can use, and I'm not the president. I don't know what the tools are. I'm not the vice president. I don't know what the tools are. But whatever tool they have to go all in right now. And I like your idea, Roland, of calling those Democratic senators over one by one and talking to them, and then coming out and telling the media what they discussed and where are they on their commitment. So this is crucial for us as a people, not as Democrats, but as Black people, because we know the Republicans do not care about us. They want to subjugate us. They want to discriminate against us, and they don't care about the wrong side of history. All they care about is power, wealth, and access, period.
So folks, understand this. Today, there's an election in Florida to replace the late Congressman Al C. Hastings. And when the votes are counted tonight, that means that the Democrat is going to win that particular race. Okay, it's a special election, and then of course you have the election in November. That means that Democrats will have 222 votes in the House, and so this is Sheila Sherfilis McCormick. She is the candidate. Go to my iPad. This is the Washington Post piece. This is a photo of her. She is going to win, likely win tonight. All right. So there are 9 people who are running. So here's what the deal. They're going to have 222 votes to 212 Republicans. The seat of Devin Nunes Mustafa is the only one that is vacant. If you begin to study the numbers, and we always know that the incumbent president, this party loses seats during the midterm. So Democrats are already up against facing tremendous headwinds. But what people have to understand, if they are able to move out in Florida could potentially get rid of anywhere from 4 to 5 Democrats. Texas is looking to get rid of 2 to 3. Then you look at Ohio. Then you look at Tennessee, going from picking up 1. So you start adding it up. The Republicans could literally change the lines, and they could pick up anywhere from 15 to 18 seats before a vote is even cast. Exactly. That guarantees they're going to be in the majority. And because they control the state legislature, you can't make any changes for 10 years. That means 5 elections. That means that they will control the House for the next decade.
Yeah, I mean, this is a long-term strategy that is now playing. And they understand that not only do they want to own and control the House and the Senate, of course, they want the presidency, they want the Supreme Court and all the judges that are there. And then, of course, moving past the trifecta is also making sure that you control all of the state houses or the majority of the state houses. So therefore, then you can hold on to power, as you said, for a decade. I would say that it's even longer than that, because if you're able to entrench in the ways that they are trying to do, and of course, all of this comes back to people actually being able to participate in a fair election. And that's why our conversation is so important around the filibuster and making sure that we're doing everything that we possibly can to make sure that we're protecting voting rights. So this is understanding that they have literally been focused on building a set of infrastructures and controlling those infrastructures around everything that happens inside of your life. The vote is tied to housing. It is tied to transportation. It is tied to jobs and where resources are going to go. It's tied to healthcare. It's tied to the environment. And they understand this. And we have been playing around flat-footed and not calling this out, not educating folks. And for the president, I appreciate the full-throated response that he gave today in supporting of voting rights. But I need him to continue that. I needed him to do it before. We talked about this. But now he has got to, for the amount of time that is remaining, he should be having fireside chats where he is bringing those folks who are part of the civil rights movement who fought to be able to vote. There should be conversations in front of the country literally every day or every evening. Let's say every evening, because after folks get off work. That's the type of set of commitment that's going to be necessary to make sure that we even have a chance. The other part of it is that, you got to put all your chips in this moment, because if you don't get this, all the other stuff kind of falls to the wayside. The other part of it is also you got to call in all those folks in business and industry who are saying that they support Black Lives Matter and all these other types of things. And they've also got to place pressure on the individuals, especially on the Democratic side of the equation, that we expect you to do the right thing. And that if you don't, there will be repercussions for you not doing the right thing. Now, some folks will say, well, Mustafa, maybe you're taking it too far there. The Republicans are very serious about what they do, and they have no problem in utilizing leverage and pressure to make sure that they get what they want out of the scenario and out of the sets of opportunities that are in front of them. And if Democrats are not willing to do that, then you're going to get what you get.
Back to that Roland Martin unfiltered video in just one moment.
Time to be smart.
Roland Martin's doing this every day.
Oh, no punches!
Thank you, Roland Martin, for always giving voice to the issues.
Look for Roland Martin in the whirlwind, to quote Marcus Garvey again.
The video looks phenomenal, so I'm really excited to see it on my big screen.
Support this man, Black media. He makes sure that our stories are told.
See, this difference between Black Star Network and Black-owned media and something like CNN.
I got to defer to the brilliance of Dr. Carr and to the brilliance of the Black Star Network.
I am rolling with Roland all the way. Honored to be on a show that you own. A Black man owns the show.
Folks, Black Star Network is here.
I'm real revolutionary right now. Wow, Roland was amazing on that.
Stay Black. I love y'all.
I can't commend you enough about this platform that you've created for us to be able to share who we are, what we're doing in the world, and the impact that we're having.
Let's be smart. Bring your eyeballs home.
You can't be black-owned media and be scared.
You dig?